It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see which hometown team flies higher in the City of Angels. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams, and it comes your way next.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. Rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. We'll try the right side this time. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That stop made by Byron Young. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Harris, the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Here's a run. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now Herbert. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Now Herbert. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the number 1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense he's going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Junior Colson there to make the stop. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Atwell sent in motion here. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now it's Herbert. That one knocked away. And Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Rams offense about ready to get going. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Stafford. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Chargers have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. The ball comes out. The Rams have it. In the pocket, the ball, but defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. To throw is Stafford. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think this drive, and particularly that last third down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for third down to bail themselves out.
The Chargers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. He connects with Disley. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Herbert to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll air it out down the middle. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll fake the handoff now, Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Atwell sent in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They go play action with Stafford. He'll find his tight end. It's Kobe Parkinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To the air again, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. And he will power his way into the end zone. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. And finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. First carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jared Verse there to make the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Johnston motioning over. Herbert to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he will score! Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. Second and 7. The motion man is Nakua. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's a third down and 4. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Again, it's Stafford. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Throwing again is Stafford. The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Stafford to throw again. He gets this complete, finding Adams. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. Into space. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will get out in front 17-7. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Junior Colson there to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
That is a big gainer for the Rams. 33 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Atwell sent in motion here. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Davis now to return it, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On second down, here's Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. And when you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And with the defenders biting on that hard play action, the tight end knows he's going to be open once he crosses that linebacker. All his quarterback has to do is get his hips turned around and deliver the ball on target, and it's an easy first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now Herbert again. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Herbert to the air again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They go play action with Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air again, Stafford. This one grabbed by Nakua. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Now a second for Stafford. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Junior Colson there to make the stop. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Stafford now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. First and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll send their tight end left. Herbert going to try to throw on third down. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the gun, it's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Disley. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Herbert to the air again. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in 3rd and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. And what do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off. And he picks up a big gain and converts the first down.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Williams in motion. Now Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Harris, the man in motion. Throwing is Herbert on third down. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And that big offensive line, clearing space, he's in. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. His kick is good, and the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
On second down, here's Stafford. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing again is Stafford. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Stafford to throw again. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That's to Higbee, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up on a second down and 8. A give. And here comes Williams. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Stafford now to throw on first down. Open man, that's Adams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On the ground, this is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline, nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Stafford going to give it to Cora. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Now a play fake. Herbert going for it all. He's got it! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That is a big play for LA. 37 yards.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Herbert now on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the defense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Play action now. It's her under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Jim Harbaugh unhappy with the officials, didn't like that call, and he throws the challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Dicker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. 3rd and 5. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
There was tight coverage all across the field. I think the quarterback thought he had the arm strength to fit this one into a pretty small window, but the defense wasn't having it. They were all over it, and I think the quarterback actually got away with one there.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the give, it's Harris. Harris, a 1st down. He's not done. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. I do believe he gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.